Alright guys, for today's video we are going to be talking about the new update that's coming to Farming Simulator 25, or more specifically, the DLC. I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's the first DLC in a long time that I've actually thought about purchasing. Usually I don't bother, but this one looks pretty cool. So anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so let's get into this DLC and why I'm excited for it. So it's going to cost about $30. It's on the more expensive end. It does come with in the year one pass, which is cool. So if you prepaid for that year one pass, you're going to get access to it, which, you know, that's a good thing. But it comes with multiple things that are pretty cool. So the first thing that's going to come with is Highland cows. It's the Highlands expansion, obviously. I think it's like the Scotland Highlands. So I think that's where the Highlands are. Anyways, fluffy cows, you know, those are really cool. These are the, you know, the fluffy ones. The other thing that's going to have is a map and a new type of farming, which is awesome. So the map's going to have is called Kinleg. Rock Valley's covered with rough grass. I'm imagining it's going to be a little more hilly, overcast sky. It's going to be a pretty map, I would imagine. Nothing really to know with that. I mean, maps are maps. Probably a DLC map will be similar enough to it come you know, a month or two after this release, where that map's going to be kind of obsolete, or maybe not. But I do like the in-game DLC maps usually. I find that the ones that Giants makes usually are a little more lifelike. They have a little more personality to them. Sometimes the DLC maps, it's just the farm, you know, they don't have the backgrounds as fleshed out. So these in-game ones usually feel a little more lifelike, a little more lively, not quite as dead. So I am probably going to be a fan of that, but we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. I'm a little scared that it's hilly. Those usually don't play as well. I'm more of a flat map kind of guy. I like the big flat fields, but we'll see. Especially if this is more of a cattle map, and the fishing, which we're going to get into. It definitely has potential. But the big thing that's going to have is it's going to have fishing, okay? And why that's cool is, one, it gives us a totally new thing. You know, it's not just a new crop, because a lot of times we'll be like, oh, new crop coming, and it's, you know, just a different kind of grain, and it's really just a reskin. This is a totally new type of farming, type of fishing, right? Or type of way to earn money, and it's fishing. So it does have fishing on land and at sea, enables aqua farmers to breed, raise, and harvest various fish. Venturing onto the water offers a new productive way to gather resources and another peaceful escape, in addition to fields, forests, and stables. Casual shore fishing, rod in hand, rounds out the serene image of life by the water. So that's going to be really cool. So basically what that's saying is, you're going to be able to fish from the shore with like a rod and reel, which is awesome. That's a great way to pass the time, especially in a game like Farming Simulator, where there is a lot of waiting around, especially if you're playing seasons. This is going to give you something to do to kind of fill those gaps in your playthroughs where you have some downtime, right? And it's going to be loads of fun. You're going to be able to sit there and, you know, fill up that time pretty well. And also, it sounds like there's going to be actual fish farming, which will be cool. I imagine those will be more like a greenhouse type of deal. It's just going to have fish. So nothing too groundbreaking with that, but it does give different options with that. And then fishing and onions, new brands and machines. While salmon and rainbow trout populate the salty waters of Kinleg, a new crop becomes available to grow on the land. Onions specialized equipment include the fleet of vehicles and implements. So onions, I'm pretty sure that's just another root crop. It's really no different than like beets or anything like that. It's just a reskin for that, so nothing too crazy. But, you know, it's another crop. I'll take it. The fishing is really what is going to matter, right? A lot of potential with that fishing. The fleet of vehicles implements also joins with great new brands, so that's going to be cool. Can-Am, so that's like the 4x4 brand, so that's going to be kind of cool. I'm not too familiar with these other ones, but there's a lot of potential with this, right? But what I'm really excited for is the modding potential, because if you have fishing included, that's going to allow different routes for those 0 to hero runs, right? You could start with just a fishing rod, and how rich can you get, that kind of thing. And it gives you stuff, like I said, I think the biggest thing is it gives you something to do in between harvests, right? It's going to fill out those gaps in your day. And I think also you're going to be able to actually drive boats now, if I'm not mistaken. So now we're going to kind of go over the Farming Simulator actual page. This is on farmingsimulator.com. So this is kind of actually from them and kind of what we're seeing. So if you look here, you'll notice in this video they have this image, definitely Scotland Highland castles, which is cool. But there's a boat in the background here, which is cool. That means we're actually going to be able to fish with the boat. And obviously the guy with the rod and reel, the Highland cows. This is kind of showing us all the stuff. The map does look pretty good. The new map, Kinlaw, you know, I do like these castles. That's pretty cool. I see some potential with that, especially what that might lead to is some more customizable buildings. I think that'd be kind of cool. But it does look like we're going to be able to fish. And I would be sick if you had like a, you know, some of these border bay towns, some fishing, some ocean fishing. There's a lot of potential with this, guys, a lot of potential. But it is more than fish. The fishing is kind of what I'm excited for. I see the most potential with that, especially in the modding. But, you know, there is also new animals, new crops, new machinery. But nothing groundbreaking on that. The new crop onions, I'm not really excited for that. I think that's just another generic, and the cows are just a reskin. That's really no more exciting than the normal cows. It just looks cooler. But yeah, overall, guys, I think this DLC is going to be sick. I'm really excited for it. I think when it comes out, we'll have to do a series. And quick little update on the channel. I'm pretty busy right now, so I'm going to try to post a video when I can. It's going to be once a week, if that, for the next couple weeks, probably until like mid-November. It's going to slow down a little bit, but I will keep trying to post as best I can. Thank you so much for you guys. I'm at like 2,500 subs, which is insane. I never thought I'd even get close to that, and I wouldn't have that without you guys. So thanks for that. And that's all I have for this video. Peace out. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I will be posting about this whenever it comes out because this is awesome and I'm looking forward to it.